with Jodo Home Inspections. We are doing a sewer scope today, December 16th, 2025. We are at 4460 South Jill's Place in West Valley City. We have the camera pushed out 110 feet to the city connection, and now we're going to pull it back and record it and see what we find. Little bit of debris on the very edge of my camera head, so it's going to block what we see by a little bit. And I think this is a manhole. And it does look like you have a manhole out in front of your house, which is nice, because if you ever have to clean the line, you could clean it from there and pull the debris back towards the manhole and not towards your house. Already some, I thought it was a root, looks like debris. A little bit of buildup on the line, falling off the top. This looks like clay pipe from what I can tell so far. Yep, clay. That looks like a pretty typical clay joint. And one thing I'm looking at with clay is that the joints aren't too offset. Normal to have sometimes a little bit of a shoulder at the joint, but you don't want to have a lot where waste could get stuck and create a blockage. Looks like a tiny bit of standing water, but not bad. Certainly not enough so far to cover my camera head. Starting to a little bit right there, but still probably only ½ inch or so. Now we're starting to go underwater, and so this is a little bit of a flat spot. There's another little bit of an offset there, but when it's flat like that, it's more likely for grease to settle in that area. That can make a sticky spot where waste could build up, and if enough waste builds up, it could create a blockage where it backs up towards the house. That's kind of worst case scenario. That's not a very long belly. It wasn't very deep either. Still not ideal, but far from the worst. I've not seen any roots in this line, which is great. So far. There was a section when I first started pushing out that we haven't gotten to yet, and I did have to push through some debris, but my camera head was so blocked that I'm not sure what's going on there yet, but we will know shortly as we pull it back. Still going through clay. I would imagine that at some point this is going to transition to cast iron. Right there. So now we're transitioning to cast iron. Big piece of debris stuck in the line right there. That might have been part of what I was trying to push through. Also, quite a bit of sludge. I would recommend getting this cast iron cleaned. You could coat it where they use a chain to cut off all the scale and rust. It would remove all this buildup. We're underwater, but it's hard to know whether we're underwater because of buildup causing the standing water, or if it has bad grade. Bad grade's a lot harder to fix. If it's just buildup, you can clean it and then you're good to go. But if it's bad grade, the only way to fix it would be to dig it up and re-slope it. Also feels like my camera head's biting just a little bit, which could simply be the buildup, but it also could be channel rot, where the bottom of the pipe erodes away. Definitely another reason to have the line cleaned. First, that's just enough buildup that it could cause a blockage just as is. But the other major question that you want to know the answer to is whether you have channel rot and how bad. You can blow liners through cast iron. That can be cheaper than digging it up, but you have to have proper grade to be able to do that. Now we're just coming up the roof stack, so this is just a vertical pipe. Nothing to really see here. good. I'm going to end this recording now. Well, one last thing I'll say. So I'd recommend having it cleaned, certainly having the cast iron looked at more, but then in the future I'd recommend keeping the insurance on this line, and that way if and when there's a bigger issue, they can help offset that cost. You can get home serve, that's one of the more common ones. They only cover up to $10,000, and they also don't cover what's under the house, but it can be beneficial to have if something goes wrong outside the foundation. I'm going to end this recording now.